In the last episode, we have dealt quite some losses to the Allies. The problem is they keep coming. There's no end to them. The Germans are not quite as resilient as they seem, given the significant Allied manpower that's on our front lines. Just the French alone have a relatively vast number of troops here, which is really irritating. So I've sent out my operatives to start building up some contacts in France, and we will see if we can do something about that. If we start sending them into I think we need to get the intel networks up first. So I'm still building an intel network in Denmark, trying to get some intelligence about what we're facing here. But I think what we will do is we'll establish a line here near Hamburg, which is very fragile, unfortunately. I would have loved to be further south, but I do want to focus on trying to cut off Denmark if possible, and then we might refocus on trying to wipe them out in Scandinavia, depending on how many troops they have there. I've got 2 railway guns here, which I probably don't need, so I'll refocus one of my railway guns to the effort here. And yeah, other than that, we are just holding on everywhere, digging in, and trying to establish a perimeter that we can hold, because Germany unfortunately tends to have the wrong priorities when it comes to these sort of things. And we are, as you can tell, already being pushed back here, and they are already at the gates of Berlin, which is not quite ideal. So we're sending troops out. We're sending troops out to push the Allies back and potentially make something happen. And one of my operatives was captured in Denmark, which is unfortunate. Which means I need somebody to mount a rescue mission, which means you are probably going to need to build an intel network in Denmark so we can rescue the operative. What do I need for that? Rescue operative, I need intel network of 30%. Okay, so that should be achievable, and then we can get my operative back. I prefer that. Meanwhile, the submarines are doing good work in sinking enemy shipping, and we've got another submarine ready that we can send over, and this one can join the task force here. Perfect. So slowly we are building up the submarine force. The bigger problem is obviously that we're now having a very long front that we need to support, and Allied troops tend to get in the way, like here for example. So let's see if we can push them back out again from here. I would love to encircle them, but yeah, that's not going to happen. So let's defend this position, push back this American tank division. That should not be a huge problem. But the Germans without assistance are going to be having a really hard time holding anything, and I might need a couple more divisions on the lines here, actually, from my own perspective, that are capable of assisting with holding that. So I think I'm going to get these 2 divisions to assist just holding that. So let's get these 2 divisions over there. We've got 1 division holding Berlin, and everybody else is building up for a counterattack. Unfortunately, yeah, the Allies are assaulting viciously, and I don't think the Germans stand a chance in hell to defeat that. I'm still keen to try an offensive operation in the north here. We'll see. We'll wait until this American push has come to an end. Let's see what that's looking like. That's 6 divisions. Can we counterattack this and then wipe them out? Here. Let's see if we can make that happen. Of course, the Allies know that and are instantly counterattacking towards Kiel. but if we can push these divisions out here, that would be great. We do have a naval invasion that we need to deal with. It's just a handful of French troops, I think, so nothing major. And we do still have northern Sweden and Finland planned, but that looks like something we can just defeat. The thing is, I don't have enough troops available to deal with these kind of incursions on a regular basis. And okay, we have dealt with this. So that tank division, please join the overall front line here. And how's the Denmark operation looking? I think that may work if we can push through here. And then we might be able to, with some German assistance in actually holding the lines near Kiel, which I think they might be able to do, we may be able to just clean up some divisions here, and we'll see if we can. We will see if we can destroy some and retake this territory here. They're obviously counterattacking a lot across the lines here. Germany is getting pushed back, so it's good that I'm already bringing divisions in to hold the lines. The Berlin troops are. Well, it's a lot of divisions here. I would love to. Yeah, it's French again. I would love to encircle something, but there's just too many of them, honestly. We're just desperately holding everywhere, and just trying to maintain a cohesive front line at this point. And I think you are in German territory, are you? That's why you are. That's fine. As long as nobody is managing to land any forces, we're all good. So, have we broken through? Not yet, by the looks of it. There's always yet another division that's reinforcing. But we will see if we can breach this position eventually and clear this out. But we do need to leave a division here to hold Hamburg. You defend. Just focus on defending. And unfortunately, yeah, just focus on defending. I need to get all 3 divisions in here. Just to try and defend that. We can try to counterattack from Hamburg. Okay. Just while we have them encircled. How many divisions do we have here? That's just 3 divisions. 2 Americans, 1 Japanese division. So I think we can hold that. Germany is... Where are these 2 divisions that I'm sending here? Can you please hurry up? And you 2 as well. Get there, please. I need you there sooner rather than later. We'll see if we can entrap somebody. But really, I'm just happy if we can retake Dresden and deal with the... and stabilize the front lines here. That's another Turkish invasion. Germany should be able to hold this. Are they actually defending Danzig, or are they not defending Danzig? In that case, send somebody over to Danzig, please, on the quick, just in case they are not actually defending the port. Okay, I think that's reasonably stable. The 3 divisions in the north are digging in. I'm going to get 1 division to help out with that and to just clean up that position there. There's a German division that has gotten stranded. There's nothing we can do about it. We're just establishing a defensive perimeter across the river line here and south of Berlin, and we will try. In fact, we can probably try to push these Americans out again to have a good defensive position here. So let's see if we can make anything happen in that regard. And that would be a nice condensation of the defensive line, and then we'll get back to where we need to be. And hopefully with a bit of a consolidation here, the Germans are going to also be in a better position to, you know, actually defend their positions rather than then this is the last one we need to take, and then I'm gonna. Okay, we've done this. No, I'm gonna need you to hold Hamburg because the Germans are not gonna do it. So get back to Hamburg, hold that position. Two divisions actually. And we'll leave these two here on the front lines. How many divisions are left? A couple of Danes, really. But we will hold here for now. And everybody else, get into your positions, hold your lines. And please attempt at least to not be broken through, to not be completely broken. It looks like here we are being overwhelmed as well by American forces. This is a German counterattack, which is futile. But what is this? What are they holding here? Okay, near Katowice. I'm not too concerned if they want to hold that or not. That's their problem. I'm happy to... I've got Katowice. I don't really need that position. It's slightly fortified, but... yeah, we're not holding Krakow anyway, and it's very exposed. So we'll let them have that. Everything else appears to be holding for now. They have landed here. But I think that is going to be dealt with momentarily. So these Turkish divisions will go down. I need you back in Hamburg, because as usual the Germans are not actually defending Hamburg. Okay, I've got one division in Rostock and everybody else. Okay, we've taken this position here, so we're holding the river line now, which means I need one of you to move over here and make sure we're holding that as well. And this is just too many Frenchmen that we cannot easily break through. I'm not entirely certain how we're going to play this, because I don't see us just having the firepower to. Oh yeah, and of course the British are immediately landing near Rostock the moment I take my eyes off it. So I'm going to get that tank division to actually. Can they hold Rostock? That's one of mine. They can hold, but the Germans might not be. That's near Stettin, so we'll deal with that. Yeah, everybody else just dig in for now and attempt to hold the territory down, if you might. Yes, that would be much appreciated. I do have to send one division over to Kiel, because as usual the Germans are not defending it. So we'll hold here for now. Get them to dig in. And I'm not sure how we can retake Dresden in the face of effectively what is almost two field armies on the opposing side. What is this happening here? Oh, this is the position that we are holding across the river line. I'm not too fussed about this. It's kind of useful as a springboard. We'll see if we can hold it or not, because we don't really have anybody else anywhere. This is German territory, so I can't build any fortifications there. If we can't hold it, then we'll abandon it. That I'm okay with. And we will just try and hold out. Okay. Yeah, this is too much. We can't counterattack that. I would love to pincer this around Dresden, but we don't have the firepower to do that, unfortunately. So we'll sit back and hold it for now. They have landed in Stralsund as usual. I did send an armored division north to take care of that. And everything else is just holding for now. Yeah, how we're going to maintain Germany is harder than I thought it was going to be, because it looks like, in fact, we can change this defensive line to just be these two provinces connected? Okay, hang on. We'll remove that and see if we can. No, I don't really need a defensive line here. I'm just going to get the one division there. You actually move to Berlin. I'm going to move the railway artillery to Berlin and make sure we are holding the lines everywhere and just remain defensive for the time being. That's a lot of Americans, and I will need. Okay, I will get a division to Kiel. and I will get you to stay here. Okay, so do we actually have maintainable lines at this point? Can we weaken the French any further? Yeah, we are gonna need... Are you at 30%? Yes. Okay, start the mission. You are... Who am I gonna send on this mission? You. Please rescue my captured operative, Vladimir. Commence when ready. Routine mission, commence when ready. And everything else is just sort of holding here. Okay, the Germans have reinforced, and we have reinforced, and we are holding. British division landing in Stralsund. Can we please deal with that? Do I even need the tanks? I probably don't need the tanks. Anyway, we'll do it, and then we'll get back to the front line. Near Berlin, where we are dramatically underpowered and trying to hold where we can. And it looks like here we are dug in against a... Yeah, we're dug in against a French armored division that is extremely powerful and that we can't really defeat. Which means I need my own tank divisions to deal with this French armored division, really. Don't have time to... I don't have the time to... okay. Help out with the Brits. Help out with the British. Okay, British are done. Get down here. On the quick, please, because we are going to need to deal with. We've got some tanks that need dealing with, and you are probably equipped for that. But yeah, against these kind of tank divisions, we actually have not the greatest chance in the world. You are holding Danzig now, so I can probably send some of my divisions back over there. No further naval invasions happening just now. Yeah, I need more tanks to counter these, because these kind of French tank divisions that we're starting to see are extremely powerful, and my divisions don't have anti-tank. So I might need to... they have support RT. Can I, my regular defensive divisions, can I just give them support anti-tank? And how many anti-tank guns would I need for that? We would need 3,400 anti-tank guns, and I've got 5,000 available. Yeah, there we go. Anti-tank guns go. So hopefully that gives these divisions some better chance to defend themselves against the French incursions here. I did send a tank division down there, so we'll get that to hold here. Against, and hopefully they can do that against these French tanks. We'll see how well they fare. Everybody else is just on the defense, and the lines are holding everywhere. Yeah, we've sort of reached a bit of a stalemate at this point. The overall problem being that, well, there's just not an awful lot that we can do offensively, and I think I will need another division. I'll need another division here just to hold the line. Let's get you down there. Can I have a railway down there? I don't think I can, but we'll reinforce against that French. That's another French tank division. Yeah, well, although this one is significantly weaker. But yeah, I am concerned about the amount of tanks that the French are bringing to bear here at this point, and about the French in general. Fortunately, my submarines are still sinking Americans on the ocean, which is great, and 10 British transports. I don't know if these are troop transports. I do hope they are. Everybody else is just holding the lines, and we're still building fortifications everywhere to keep it that way. Unfortunately, we can't do that on German territory, which makes any kind of operation here significantly harder. The French have brought their own railway gun to bear now, and it looks like we might not even be able to hold here. We do need to hold here, so please get me a second division over there. What is it that is attacking us? Just American ground forces, but I think we haven't had the time to entrench just yet. I would love to push them back across the river, but and try to launch an assault towards Dresden, but it's too many. And yeah, 11 infantry divisions and another 10 over here. So I really don't think we have the forces necessary to make this happen, unless they are making any kind of blunders in their repositioning. So for now, I think we'll just dig everybody in and try as much as we can to hold them. And the Yugoslavians are coming via sea. That the Germans hopefully can hold that, but I definitely don't have divisions left to. And we're getting cycle charged here by the Americans again. I definitely don't have divisions left to do anything. I need to let everybody dig in for now, and probably get a couple more divisions out in the field. 10 divisions, that would help. Let's get 10 rookie divisions out into the field, and we will get 8 of these. We will get 8 of these to the 7th Army. I think, yeah, 7th Army. So, and the remaining 4 divisions that are unassigned, the remaining 2 divisions, sorry, can join the 4th. And just generally help out with everything. Okay, how is it looking like? We have Yugoslavians landing. Please clear these out if you can. Yugoslavians are landing in force, so let's deal with that. That is, interestingly enough, the same battle, so that's a decent amount of Yugoslavian forces, but we'll deal with that as we go. Yeah, Eastern Germany, Western Poland would be around here. Northern Sweden hasn't happened, so nothing to worry about. And that's just a minor naval incursion. But we may be able to hold to find a position where the Germans can actually hold. And no, I need you to counterattack that, please. Not sure what happened there to the car. I think the Germans got defeated here. Are we still holding this? No, they have landed, right? Yes, they have landed. So I need you in Stettin, just hold for now, and then we'll counterattack them as we go. We might not be able to hold this position here against these constant attacks, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe the Germans will reinforce, but yeah, they are definitely cycle charging here. And we've held. Now this is falling. Oh, and they've pushed us back here. So okay, let's keep the river position. Let's keep the position north of the river. Germany is trying to counterattack, but that's just too many of them. Let's keep the position north of the river. We will eventually try to push to create a defensive perimeter here, but that's going to be a really tough ask to make that happen. I'm going to need to relocate these troops a little, because we're not breaking this French position here, but we're not breaking any position here with the amount of forces that we have available, really. So for now, maybe we'll just remain on the defensive, and I'm going to get one division here just to hold that. Worst case, we're falling back to the north of the river line here. Finland naval invasion, where? There. That's the Yugoslavians that we just beat back. And I'm not sure where they are invading, but we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that in a minute. You please go and help clean up these Yugoslavian troops here, if you don't mind. Okay. And I do hope that we can eventually get a respite here. It's with these cycle charging Americans. and everything calms down a little bit. But yeah, it's, I would say, force distribution wise, we're sort of at the edge here, because and I'm going to extend the front line for the first, just to get them to cover defensive positions, please. So if you wouldn't mind, can we get like a division over here and one over there additionally? That would be lovely. Okay. Everybody else just dig in for now. Yeah, so I think we are sort of in a position where we can maybe hold, although this doesn't look like it might be. But like an offensive operation will be very, very difficult to mount. So we definitely need more time. I am thinking of fast forwarding a bit. To a point where we can actually launch because this isn't all that interesting to watch. To fast forward a bit to the next, to when something interesting happens. Like we could break through here, but this is too many. Yeah, until something interesting happens, because right now we are sort of we're keeping things in a balance, and we are, I think, we're definitely dealing more losses to the enemy than they are dealing to us, but we're certainly outnumbered in Germany. Let me put it that way. So I think I think I'll do that. We've dealt with that, which means this division definitely shouldn't be holding Stettin, but you are going to go back to the First Army's front line. There we go. Okay, First Army is just on defensive duty at this point, and we'll see if an opportunity arises to do anything. But I think we need to improve the overall. We need to improve our overall fighting capabilities a little bit before we can really get to that. So yeah, I will let you know when something interesting happens. Okay, we have had to deal with a French landing in Sweden, as usual, and the line here near Bialystok is a little bit on the weak side. It looks like some of the Americans might be able to break through, so we're trying to reinforce this as much as we can. And we'll get these troops into position here. We have been pushed back on the Danish front. There's just no way we can hold this. So we'll try to hold between Kiel and Hamburg. The problem obviously is the territory. It's not particularly well suited. So while we do have some railway gun support here, it's not making things easy. And everything else has become rather static at this point. The reason I'm back is because we have 150 political power, so I can change to service by requirement. And we will see how much, and in fact I don't have a ship designer, but that will just give me naval research speed, which I don't really need, so it's all good. That said, we are still sinking transports, and hopefully that is despite their attempts of escorting their convoys, and hopefully that'll over time add up. I am not sure why I have all these troops now in the 4th Army. I think that's because these divisions here are on the wrong front line. You belong to the 7th, but you are supposed to be having your own line to assist with reinforcing effectively the positions here. There we go. And that should be 6 divisions. Can I get you please onto your lines on the quick? And we will see if we can manage to, yes, we've managed to hold, but now we're open here in Bialystok, which we don't want to lose. So I am trying to fall back to Bialystok, and this division as well can get back onto the line. They're really trying to break this here. So these Americans have been charging us like crazy. We definitely need to reinforce this line. This is just the Germans trying to hold against the American onslaught in the swamps, but that's not happening. And yeah, as you can see, things are under attack pretty much everywhere. So Did I just see somebody moving off the lines? Why? I know you don't move off the lines. You stay here. Okay. I think I'm just researching. I don't have anything else really to research. Could research naval landings or mine laying, but I think I'm pretty much through with everything. So I'm just researching some holes. I've got cruisers done. Might as well as research some destroyers. Not that I'm ever going to be really using this, but yeah. So critical positions. That's a German counterattack. Not going to get anywhere. Critical position here. So okay, we've just in time managed to get here. So you just stay on that location, and we are reinforcing where we can. I'm going to get one more division over there, and you as well get over there. And I've got a couple of green divisions getting onto the front lines here, which is helping. So hopefully that'll be enough to just hold. And in Sweden, things are okay. Have we dealt with the French? Yes, we have dealt with the French. So let's get everybody back onto their positions. And you go there. And you just stay where you are. Okay. Yeah, still holding, but any kind of offensive operations at this point are slightly illusory given the sheer amount of troops that are there. So we're just holding right now. And the plan is to try and demoralize the French a bit, hopefully, and to try and then to, yeah, I'm not sure actually. See if we can muster enough additional troops that we can, especially tank forces and maybe an air force, that we can launch an operation against Denmark, and then. But given how much assistance the Germans have needed in just maintaining their lines, I am not super confident that that Germany can actually continue existing. They are just so far behind at this point that yeah, it's a little unfortunate. I was thinking the Germans would be able to hold by themselves a little better. They've got 61 divisions. But I think a lot of the divisions are not the greatest out there, and so and I don't know how much manpower they have left in reserves, to be honest. But yeah, we might launch another offensive operation here, just the usual. Try to encircle a couple of divisions, break through, but they can replenish their forces relatively quickly. And I'm not sure at which point I can actually go back on the offensive. The first push through Europe has been happening relatively well, but I think the Soviets are have been pretty much wiped out. I don't know how much is left from the Soviets. They do have a couple of divisions left. We have never looked at the Far East in a while. Yeah, the British are operating here. The Americans have definitely been pushing through, and I think the Soviet Union is going to go down. So. I am not sure. I am not sure if we can liberate Europe and liberate Germany because of the sheer amount of troops that we're facing here. But we'll keep on trying. And as I said, the goal has been achieved. The Empire of Finno-Ugria has been created. So that was it has been saved. I didn't say that it was going to be easy. But we're not giving up that easily, so we'll see. I'll just skip ahead again and see what we can do next. We are this close in Denmark. If I could concentrate the first armored forces here, I'm relatively certain I could push through Denmark, and then clean up Sweden and eventually Norway. But it's a major operation, and if we need to distribute 90% of our troops to just hold in Germany, then I just don't have enough offensive divisions left. We can build up. We'll see how far down this is going to go in terms of manpower, and if we can get ourselves a couple more divisions. But otherwise we're building fortifications. So I will once again skip ahead until something interesting happens. Okay, I think that we have dug in sufficiently that we can now hold the line in Germany. I was initially planning to make a move towards Dresden, but the opposition is too strong. And that means I have pulled most of the First Army divisions off this front. In fact, I can probably just delete that for now because we're not doing that. And have concentrated them at Denmark. So what we'll do is we will try to sweep through Denmark, and then we'll see either we can use the Marines to cross at Copenhagen and then start breaking the Swedish lines with some support from the troops in the north. And yeah, we'll leave Germany as is. We're controlling the Baltic coast. This is a defensible line at this point. The troops are relatively well dug in, and it looks like we have been managing with some reinforcements to stabilize the line for now. Fighting on German territory is definitely significantly harder because we have no way of actually building fortifications. And it looks like where are the logistics striking? In Novgorod now, apparently. So that's the latest and greatest. But this region is pretty well done. This region is pretty well defended, so it should not be a huge problem. The submarines are busy sinking ships as they go. But yeah, we will try to assault Denmark. And then we will try to make our way potentially through the flats near Oslo if possible. But we'll have to see how that goes. First we'll try to cross at Copenhagen, maybe, and then work our way up from here. Or we will try to break through in the north and make our way towards Kristiansand. The Polish have, given the constant attacks here, the Polish have gone quite heavy on the resistance, so that's something we'll need to deal with. And I'm still building up my intelligence networks in France. Once that's done, I'll switch the agents over to start performing missions to reduce the overall war support for the French and their stability. And we'll see if we can have a bit of an impact there. But I will definitely need one operative back in Denmark if we are going to launch any kind of offensive operations. So once again, we'll position somebody in Copenhagen and help with that. And then we'll try to break the Allied reinforcements here. Just hold the rest of the line and see what we can get done. But all of that coming up in the next episode. The Air Force is not going to be able to operate because at this point, literally, the Allies have such a superiority in fighters that we would need probably twice the amount of aircraft that we have at this point. So we'll just keep building up our forces. We might be able to use them in some of the more outlying regions if they don't have anything. And yeah, the submarines are going to continue sinking ships and being useful. But yeah, it's I think liberating Germany will have to wait. We have to close the Denmark Strait first, so I can pull the troops off here and actually help defend the German lines, because the Germans themselves, we've just had a massive naval invasion near Danzig, and that would have just completely destroyed Germany. That was a full American field army. They took 2 ports, and they were busy actually shipping in reinforcements while we were cleaning up. So yeah, next episode we will attempt an assault on Denmark. And then we will see if we can make something happen from there and link that up with the rest of them, and see if we can get the straits closed and the fleet here stopped and stuck, and reinforcements of troops basically. Once we have killed Baltic access, that is. I mean, obviously we need to. They can still get through Sweden for now. But it's the first half, and once we've closed off the straits and have taken Norway, then they can no longer reinforce, and we should be good. Anyway, that's coming up in the next episode. That's it for me today. Thanks, everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.